What are the top 3 criteria you look for when you hire fresh graduates?
Well, top 3 things are attitude, personality, and commitment.
Having the growth mindset, having the right attitude, and then having the right level of soft skills as well.
Empathy, ambition, and lastly, learning agility.
Eagerness, the initiative, and the humility.
Passion, potential, and personality.
What is your pet peeve when interviewing candidates?
My pet peeve is people who are not honest, they oversell themselves.
They might be confused with another job that they applied for previously, and that, to me, is a big no-no in interviews.
Coming to an interview unprepared. You should know about an organisation. UOB is a bank, but what do we do as a bank?
Punctuality, not dressing for the occasion.
Would you say that employers usually focus a lot on good grades or GPA?
I think GPA and good grades are a good filter, but it's not the only thing that we look for. Personality is very important, and character.
What we look into is your work experiences, your internships, and also some of the passions, projects that you have done, because ultimately it's how you create impact to the organization.
When we interview the person, it's not just about the grades anymore, it's also about your experiences and what you've gone through in your life.
Are CCAs important in improving a fresh graduate's prospects for a job?
Personally, I think that it showcases your personality, your passion and everything.
When you join CCA, you bring an attitude that on top of studies, you want to learn something more.
We largely look at CCAs as a measure of A, whether the person demonstrates leadership experience or traits, as well as ability to manage between work and play.
It's not so important what CCA you do, it's more important what you learn through that CCA process.
Would an internship in an irrelevant industry contribute to a fresh graduate's prospects for a job?
It boils down to how do you position it. Having that broad spectrum can also be positive when you sell yourself to a job interview.
As long as the candidate is able to display that his or her experience so far has helped them gain a certain skill set that's transferable to the role that they applied for, I think that's more than sufficient.
The ability to learn something from anything is an important thing to have, so nothing really is irrelevant to us.
We are looking at people from diverse backgrounds, be it for whichever industry they come from. It's really creating impact and learning from the best.
Has COVID-19 changed what employers look out for in fresh hires?
Today, rather than a face-to-face interview, we're doing it through a video conference. You really have to be able to adapt and be flexible to integrate very quickly, virtually, into the whole company culture.
We are looking out for candidates who are not only able to work independently, but also have that resilience and have the adaptability to work in a virtual setting.
I don't think it's changed what we look for. Rather, it's accelerated what we've always been looking for. So the ability of a person, for example, to work independently, more data-driven and more digitally aware.
People hire people. With that being said, how do you deal with COVID-19 as a challenge and maybe even see it as an opportunity?
Do you have any advice that you would like to give to the students or to me as a fresh graduate?
Stay positive, be open-minded in terms of what role that you'll be doing right from the start.
You hire for attitude, you train for skill. If your attitude is somewhat like a sponge for learning, I would see you as being malleable. I can sort of frame you, teach you, and grow you.
Never give up. Go out and network with the relevant leaders that you want to talk to. Maybe upskill yourself by taking up some courses that will be relevant to your future career.
Everyone's talking about how important technology is today. Having the technology skills, plus also having the human-centered design thinking ability as well. When you bring the both of them together, it's actually very powerful.